Peg Boehm is joining us here from the Benson Henry Institute of Mind-Body Medicine at Massachusetts General Hospital. She's director of the Lighten Up program, the Medical Symptom Reduction program, and is an associate in medicine at Harvard Medical School. She specializes in cognitive applications of positive psychology and contemplative meditation, and is currently working on the new Second Life program that we caught a glimpse of in our last segment. Peg, and I saw you have an avatar in that program.
I know. It's really extraordinary to look at yourself projected as almost a cartoon figure. But I realized that you can only have red lips as an avatar. I've never worn red lipstick, but to really show the power of that medium, within a week I was out buying red lipstick. So there's really a bond between you and your avatar.
That's right, you become
takes place
one.
Quickly.
That's a very interesting concept, going into a computer to learn to relax. Many people associate being at the computer at work, for instance, with stress. It's a very interesting application to relieve stress.
Well, I think the computer's really become almost attached to us. It's really part of our life. So this is one application where you can use that computer to de-stress as opposed to be a source of generating stress.
Now tell us, what are some examples of physical ailments that can manifest themselves as a result of unmanaged stress levels?
You know, with the recent research, it looks as if all illnesses, all symptoms are really impacted on by that stress. Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, atherosclerosis, the aging process, even obesity has been linked to that unmanageable stress.
Including anxiety,
mood disorders,
asthma,
absolutely,
diabetes.
It's across the board.
Hot flashes and menopause.
There it is.
Insomnia, nausea.
I've had them all.
Everything is related to stress in some way. Now, take us through the various steps of the relaxation response.
Well, it's a physiology. It's a physiology that you can manifest within yourself by altering your state of mind. So the state of mind is to have a focused awareness. So in other words, to be aware that you are aware, and to have an attitude of interest. Or another way of explaining that is to say you have an attitude of receptivity or openness. So whatever comes our way, we really approach it not as pushing it away or finding it threatening, but to realize that we can deal with it. And to be curious about how it is it's best to approach it.
And are there other steps involved in going through the response?
Well, those are two steps. Those are focused awareness and that attitude of interest. But there are many methods that help us be able to build those steps into our own physiology, to embody those steps, if you will.
Now, how is the relaxation response implemented into the Second Life program that we just saw in the last segment? How do they fit together?
Well, it's an 8-week program, and what we're doing is we're teaching every single week one brand of meditation practice. So we're giving people a lot of different skills so they can embody that ability to focus their awareness and have that sustained attitude of interest.
Now, many people, I'll use myself as an example, I have so many things to do during the day. I'm running around like crazy. I feel like I don't have time to be stressed, so I put it to the side. I seem to be, or I think I'm burying it, but it's really not going away. I'm internalizing it. Is that true?
That's a really wonderful point, because oftentimes people think that they can just disassociate from their stress or distract from their stress, but it's not true of what's going on in your body. Unless you really have a mechanism to turn off that stress response, it really is changing every cell in your body, and in fact damaging all the cells in your body.
And in fact, there was a recent news report that talked about gene activity being affected by stress and being positively impacted by a relaxed state of mind.
Well, you know, when we're looking at the implications of that stress physiology, it's like looking at different pieces in a puzzle. And the research that came out last week on the relaxation response influencing gene expression really added a very big piece to the puzzle. So we can understand that stress really is deleterious to the mind and the body. But eliciting the relaxation response is very healing. It literally changes people's genes within their cells to help the cells be healthier.
Now, a lot of people turn to quick fixes or miracle drugs to help themselves relax. Good thing, bad thing, and are these quick fixes becoming epidemic in our culture?
Well, they are an epidemic in our culture. There's a lot of research to show that more and more of us are moving more towards those drugs. if they worked, they'd be great. Who wouldn't take a quick fix over something that's, takes more effort and is more time consuming? But the point is that they're very limiting. And they have consequences that really aren't very helpful for us over the long term.
And it's not really curing the essence of the problem.
It's not treating, it's absolutely not spot on, you're right. It's not really targeting that, but turned on that stress to begin with.
Now, what are the symptoms, some of the dangerous symptoms and side effects of these drugs, these modern drugs that people are taking to relieve stress?
Well, some of them are actually preventing people from having good sleep, increasing irritability. It's changing their appetite, can cause weight gain. Pretty much across the board, any untoward effect you wouldn't want, that the drugs have the capability, some of them, to move people in that direction, to have those side effects.
We talked a lot about self-care approaches. Should they be practiced exclusively to combat disease related to stress, or incorporated with traditional Western type medicine, more traditional methods?
Well, thank goodness for drugs and other medical interventions, but what's happened, I think, in our culture is that we've become overemphasizing on those drugs and interventions at the cost of really sacrificing self-care strategies.
And you mentioned the word cost. I think this country would save untold amounts of money if people were not out of work from stress.
Absolutely. There's a lot of research to show that if you can decrease stress, you increase workplace productivity.
Okay, Peg, thank you so much for sitting down with us. I will try to take some of your tips to heart. Okay.
I hope so.
For more information about the Relaxation Response and the Second Life Project, see the CityLine webpage at thebostonchanel.com, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.